Hi. In an effort, and make sure this is recording correctly, in an effort um, to sort of show other people what we're doing with our trip to Indiana for the International Thespian Festival and kind of the steps that we're taking to make sure that we're good to go. Um, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Um, I'm also trying to upload pictures for my students so that they can put their portfolios together. And I've got putting pictures in for our last production into my drive at the same time. There we go. Okay, um, so I have everything recording that I need to be recording. Okay, um, sort of, kind of. There we go. Um, okay, uh, because our school is being renovated this summer, we are getting booted out of our home theater, out of uh, our main stage, the day school ends, and which is wonderful. They're renovating it. It's fantastic. We're super excited about that. That is not the problem. The problem is normally we would move everything back in, make our repairs, make our alterations for the trip at at our home theater, and then pack it into a trip, do two remount performances, get everybody geared up for it. Um, because of the COVID protocols that the festival has put into place this year, we are sadly um, losing a couple of our company members. That's that's neither here nor there. It is unfortunate, but that is the way things are right now. So they won't be coming with us, and we have to replace them, which means retraining crew members, cast members who are learning new roles, possibly adding cast members. No, thank you. I don't want to update now. Um, and uh, we are not going to be able to do our remounts at home. So we are looking for another space. Our sister school has the music program going on, so they can't accommodate us, which would be the other theater in the district that we could fit into. So we are looking at a local college who is, that's where our summer theater program is going to be this year. So we're looking at UW Parkside, who has a beautiful theater facility and a stage that we think is going to accommodate us. So this is their ground plan. Their designer sent me the Vectorworks drawing for their theater, and I am checking it out to make sure that we will fit. Um, we've got our proscenium is 45, theirs is 40. We are, but that's okay. We can handle that. Our turntable has a 40-foot surround, so the turntable will fit into this space. I got to make sure that those are um, whatever this is on their ground plan. I'm guessing that they're hard torms. We have a set just like it. If theirs are like ours, they're movable, and then they are we're 30 feet deep. There, it looks like they're 30, and if I'm going to their uh, last line of their fly lines, 31. So it does look like we will fit. I'm a little nervous about the backstage space. Um, they've got 12 feet. Um, they've got 12 feet, and I don't know if that's an obstruction, if that's an obstruction or not, or if that's an overhead. That's an overhead. Um, we don't have anything that tall, so we should be good. 15 feet over there, that's a little better than what we've got at home. Actually, it's about 4 feet better than what we've got at home. Um, so we should fit in this space. Next thing I have to check is we need 8 line sets at specific distances. So I have to check our measurements and their measurements and make sure that we can hang things in the right place. Now, if we can't, we might just have to make a plan B and either mount those scenic units in some other way, Um, Maybe turn them into ground units, which they were built as Hollywood flats as opposed to standard flats. So we could do that if we had to. So we could put jacks on them, put them on wagons, and roll them in and out. But that does mean we would need more backstage space. Um, we have in our home theater a big 12-foot tall by 8-foot wide loading door to our shop back here. Theirs is here, which unfortunately then we would not be able to get things clear and into the shop. So we would only have the backstage space. That's going to be challenging because most of our scenery is not going to fit out the regular door back here. Some of our smaller things will, but our large things won't. And then we also have a double door over here that we could get scenery out and around. So it gonna be tight, real tight. But I think this is going to be our best option. Um, let's see if I have. Let's see if I get into my drive here. I'm taking off today. It's a Thursday. This is my Google Classroom for my classes. Um, but I am taking the day off so that I could do this morning and go to the other school and take a look at it. I do a lot of my drafting for my students, just for the stuff that I show them in class on SketchUp, which is an excellent tool. It is not nearly as comprehensive as, there we go. It is not nearly as comprehensive as, oh, you're not going to behave, are you? Vectorworks by any stretch of the imagination, but it is great as an intro drafting tool for my students. It is included in the Google Suite. It is super basic, but it does allow you to do 3D. There are excellent tools in here, um, and it's really easy for me to do it in class with them, and they have access to it on their uh, Chromebooks. Whereas Vectorworks, as wonderful as Vectorworks is, and I love it because you can do 3D modeling, you can do your lighting designs, etc., everything in it. They can't download the Vectorworks. You can get it free for students. So if your students have access to computers, that's fantastic. But they can't download it onto a Chromebook. Uh, and that's what our students have access to. So SketchUp it is. So this is our stage uh, and the ground plan for our stage. So you can see, oh, let's click back over here. So you can see the similarities and the differences. Very similar shape. Fly line's on the same side. I don't have our fly line marked, but our fly line is on stage right. But we've got our big double door to the shop is right here. This is our turntable and how it sits on the stage. We have built up extensions. This sits 18 inches high. We have built up extensions all the way around so that we can roll our large pieces of scenery off stage and they just park on the stage in these wing sections. Our legs for this show are very similar to where they have their legs. It cascades in um, for sightline issues, and it also gives us a little bit more wing space to get some of our larger units off stage. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. So, so that is, and these drawings are early in the design process, so things change from there. So that particular look we don't actually have in the show. So yeah, try SketchUp if you haven't. Again, it's a really good tool, especially if your students just have access to Chromebooks and can't download Vectorworks. But it will give them all the basic tools that they need. So that's what I've been doing this morning. That is the next step in the process, is making sure that we can fit into Parkside's theater. And then I will do the same thing for the festival venues once I get the Vectorworks drawings from them. We've already sent off most of our basic information, but now we have to get specific and figure out what space we fit best into, based on the ground plans that they're going to send us. So, um, thanks. I hope you find it interesting. I find this is what I do, so of course I find it interesting. It's always a challenge, and to me, the puzzle of making this work is so much fun. A little, I have gray hairs for a reason, but it is ultimately the fun part of the job for me. So, thanks, and you guys have a great day.